Welcome to Auraxis Global Network, the premier voice of objective reporting, covering the events that affect your world, your life, and your PlanetSide 2 news and information. We cover what it means to be a PlanetSide 2 fan. You love the game, you will love the AGN. We are your #1 source of all things PlanetSide 2, featuring spot-on and up-to-date updates. Yes, we said up-to-date updates that will promise to whet your appetite for PlanetSide 2 news. Will you find cutting-edge information as well as breaking news screenshots on AGN? Does a pole dancer have thighs that can crush your head? Yes. And now, introducing your distinguished hosts, your friends and fellow PlanetSide 2 groupies, Hamma and Marsman.
Hello everybody, Hamma here with the Auraxis Global Network and PlanetSide-Universe.com for a special show,
You've been drinking.
Not that much though, honestly. I haven't been drinking that much. Anyway, I'm joined here by Jennyboo.
Hi everyone. Hi.
Please let us know if you're seeing any lag or anything like that. Jen was reporting it, but it's very hard for us to determine if that lag is actually occurring on our end because we're doing a lot of stuff, or if it's occurring on your end as well. So please let us know if you're seeing any lag on your end. So welcome to the Auraxis Global Network here tonight. We've got a special broadcast. We've got the ReachCast Show guys lined up, and we'll be bringing them in here in just another minute or so.
I'm wearing my shirt.
She is. She's rocking the ReachCast shirt. Yeah, there it is. And I'm rocking my Twitch shirt. How appropriate. I'm on Twitch, and I'm wearing a Twitch shirt like a boss. All right. So thanks for tuning in here tonight. We've got a really cool show lined up, and just wanted to talk about a couple of things here before we get going. And one of which is our fancy little observer cam that we have access to now. And we've been broadcasting some shows with that recently, and want to encourage you guys to tune in whenever we have those. We always tweet about them. And this is actually right now over at the Crown. Of course, I was at the Crown because there's always a fight going on there. That never changes. But there's actually not a whole lot happening here right now, surprisingly. But definitely be sure to tune in whenever we have something going on with that. It's really cool to watch the fight from that particular perspective. And we definitely encourage you guys to come and hang out.
Do you want to tell them about the shows that we're planning on doing with our Observer Cam type stuff?
Well, if you're interested in being broadcast on there, let me put it this way. If you're interested in organizing an event, like a large-scale fight of some sort, definitely get in touch with me on PlanetSide Universe, and we would love to broadcast. We're looking to broadcast large fights. We're not looking to really reinvent the wheel and highlight specific outfits. What we want to do is broadcast the fight from kind of a bird's eye view, and we're calling it the AGN Skycam, which I think is appropriate, and we're calling it Battles of Auraxis, and we broadcast that semi-regularly on our Twitch channel right here, so be sure to follow us because we're always doing cool stuff like that, and hopefully we'll be doing more shows like this too. So that's one of the things that I kind of wanted to talk about, and I'll jump back to that. And somebody asked what server that's on, and that's actually on Waterson right now. So, and there's not a whole lot going on there, surprisingly. So now's your chance.
Noxx is already asking in channel why Deringer's ops and he's not.
I told him every time you opt somebody, it takes 6 to 7 weeks for it to process. No,
Deringer got it right away.
Surprisingly,
Noxx and
I didn't do it yet.
ReachCast hasn't done it yet.
Once we get more folks here talking, I can actually turn around to the other computer and get that taken care of.
I tried to, but it doesn't work for me.
Yeah, it's not consistent at all. So anyway, that's kind of what I wanted to cover here in the intro.
I don't think we should give Noxx ops because he's a bailer.
Oh, here we go already. We're already going to start doing that. He can't even defend himself yet.
Yeah, that's right. I know you're listening.
That's not cool at all. Not cool. All right. Well, that pretty much covers it. So we're going to talk about all the different game updates tonight. And before we do that, we are going to bring the ReachCast guys in. So
introduce our panel.
Let me go ahead and bring them some volume so that they can actually respond to me when I talk. And I'm going to go ahead and introduce Torkz first. Unfortunately, he's having a less than lucky night with his cam. So he's not going to be visible, but he can at least say hello and kind of introduce himself.
But he is the voice.
Is he? Is he really?
ReachCast. The voice, I feel like I'm on a TV show now.
And there he is.
No
There's
pressure.
his logo.
Guys. Yeah. Yeah, I am big old logo. That's my name. ReachCast.
It's okay. It's okay. Hold on. Wait. I actually have a. There you go. You have a little name for you, so it's people will still know that it's you, even though it's not actually,
That's
you
amazing.
visible.
Soon enough, this camera will work, and I will be there.
All right.
I hope.
All right. Awesome. Next up, we have Deringer joining us here tonight. Say hello.
Oh, you had to choose me next. We always do Noxx second, so I'm
Oh, really?
a little confused now that you threw me up second. But
My bad.
Hey, what can I say? Hey, Jenny, look, I'm wearing my shirt too.
Like a boss.
Danu for life.
Whoa.
You're
well,
wearing the
let's not
wrong
go too
color,
far.
but
Technically, it's not the wrong color.
It's just not the right one. Oh. All right. Yeah, I'm going in order in which they're actually on my screen, and Noxx is last. And there's
Bailey.
Noxx.
What's going on, everybody? I got special shirt. This is just for Auk. Look at
Nice.
that one, baby. Oh, yeah.
Very nice. Awesome. All right. So before we get anything started here, I wanted to go ahead and announce something that we're all very excited about, and we've been kind of working on for a little while now. And that is the ReachCast guys are joining the Auraxis Global Network. So, round of applause.
yay! Everybody clap in the channel.
And what does that mean exactly? Well, I'll tell you what it means. It means that you're going to be seeing a lot more ReachCast on PlanetSide Universe. You will be seeing their shows kind of posted up on our front page.
Hearing their shows.
No, they'll be seeing it
Well,
posted on
yeah.
the front page. They'll be seeing it first before they hear it. But then they'll hear the shows after they see them. Anyway.
I'm confused.
So then you'll be seeing them show up on the front page of PlanetSide Universe and all of our various social media channels and all that good stuff. So welcome aboard, guys.
It is good to be here.
Awesome.
Thank you.
You guys
Yeah,
are
thank you.
our first actual show that is not going to be operated by me. And that's a good thing because I've got
Yes.
a lot going on.
That's an honor.
It is
Nothing
all over the
excited.
pages.
Nothing says he won't try to weasel his way in a show or two.
Trust. Well, yeah, I'll definitely weasel my way into one or two shows for sure.
Well, hey,
Well-
we've done some interviews twice. We could probably hook you up with some actual content with us, too, at some point.
I was going to say, if you want
Why
to
not?
buy out my co-hosting duties, I think we can probably work something out.
Nice. He's already looking to get
Buyout.
out, man.
Yeah.
Just remember, minimum 100. That's where we start. So
Awesome.
Oh wow.
Oh man.
Mine is
What a number.
minimum 1,000. So
Oh,
your minimum
1,000.
$5. Don't lie.
Wow, man, you're up
Somebody
there.
values himself. Yeah, he values
Yeah.
himself a lot.
You should know
I
better.
mean, he's a very valuable person, so I understand why he's.
I'm
You should
pretty
see when he
awesome.
walks out of that room. He's rolled in. The whole house is just rolled in gold.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
Making it
Gold.
rain everywhere.
You don't see it in the background.
gold-plated crappy couch.
He had to paint over the walls because it was glittering off his webcam.
Oh man. So he goes out and he's got like a Mr. T style, like the chains and everything on. Is that what happens, or does it not go that far?
No, just NC dog tag bling. That's really it.
Oh, okay. All right. Oops, I've got multiple screens going on here. My mouse isn't moving fast enough yet.
Oh, I don't have my bling on right now.
No,
Sorry.
jeez. You know what?
Well, welcome to the AGN, guys, and we really, I know everybody. I'm a fan, so I'm excited to see what you guys do and what new content you bring, and hopefully do a couple shows with you so I can at least troll Noxx unveiling.
Whoa.
which
I'm
is my
looking forward to
favorite thing.
bailing on you live on this show. if possible.
And listening to more of his cat rage, which is hilarious. That Higby interview was pretty funny that you put out on the first.
Yeah, that was actually pretty funny. And
I was
and-
like, I want. I
My
don't know.
cat's sleeping on the floor next to me. I could pull him up as a guest star, but I don't want to bother him.
well,
He'll
come
get
on. I
annoyed.
don't have enough money to bring all those guys on the air. I mean, like, PSU has got a very limited budget. I can't afford those star appearances on here.
No, he's also quite expensive. Torkz owed me a lot for those cat sound recordings.
His
Oh, nice.
rider, you wouldn't believe the rider he's got for appearances too. Oh,
Does he have a handler as well, or is that Noxx?
3 handlers and they're not allowed to talk to him.
Awesome.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, man. Well, that was actually one of the first topics, Noxx's cat. So let's go ahead and get started on that. Oh, I'm just
My
kidding.
cat's cuter than Noxx's cat.
Everybody's like, wait, what? What the hell is Hamma talking about? He's finally lost it. And the answer is yes. Hamma's finally lost it. All right, so let's go ahead and let's start jumping
And
into some
to
shizzle.
answer someone's question in the channel, I think it's Gadget. Yes, my hand is feeling a lot better. I'm
Yeah.
off bed rest. Well, gaming
Hand
rest. Hand rest on Friday.
She's
so.
off hand rest. So hopefully you guys will start seeing her stream again here on the channel. So definitely be
Someone
sure
said
to
they were
check us
going to
out.
make a character on Watterson in the Bale.
You're going to make a character on Watterson. And what you should do is make a character on Watterson, and you should come to the crown, and you should stand on the landing pad right here and wave to us. That's your requirement.
Well, they
so
can't wave, so they have to jump.
That
up
will
and
be
down.
that will be
When
your. You can wave. You can pretend.
When you do make that character, just note that "Hey Jenny, I'm bailing" has already been taken by me.
Awesome. Oh man, that's the Watterson server, by the way. I will laugh if somebody actually shows up there and starts jumping up and down, and I'll give you some airtime. That's your way to participate in the show here tonight.
That needs to go on the roadmap. We need a /wave command.
Yeah, it does. It should be on there. And I actually saw Higby sneak his way into the channel, and then he disappeared. I saw
Actually,
him come
guys-
in and then go. Oh no, he's still there. He's still there. He's lurking. Higby's lurking.
He's
I always
lurking
know.
in the channel,
I
but
always know.
maybe give
That's because
everybody.
he heard those guys who made the fake interviewer on, and he was going to deal
He's
with
like,
us.
oh, I'm sick of them.
Yeah, he's like, I got to see what's going on with these guys.
They use my voice inappropriately. I'm out of here.
I can show him the cat that interviewed him.
Awesome. Nice. What's
I'll
up?
make sure to link the ReachCast guys website in the chat. Everybody go check it out.
Yeah, absolutely. ReachCastShow.com. And I have a graphic for that too. I planned ahead. There's
Oh,
their
boy.
website right there.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
It's right here, right there, right.
I feel extra special now.
Big time stuff.
So,
Very nice.
so
That's
definitely
beautiful.
check them out. And like I said, you'll start seeing their stuff show up on PlanetSide Universe and all that good stuff. But we do actually have some game-related items to talk about tonight that we should probably get into. I don't really know where to start. There's like a million things that have happened. I suppose we should start with today. I mean, today, was a patch that we were not expecting, and it was kind of random. I don't know if anybody had a chance to actually check out the patch yet. I know I haven't. Has anybody actually had a chance to log in and look at it yet?
I've had a little bit, but I have not seen the alert system.
I have seen the alert system, so I thought it was pretty cool. It scared the bejesus out of me when it went off, because you log in, and then all of a sudden your screen starts beeping an alert at you, and at the top of the screen there's a spinning red, like a flashing
Siren?
light. Yeah, there's like a flashing light going off, and it's like you will have X number of hours left to finish this alert. And then you got to hold down your tab key to see what the status of the alert is, and it tells you at the bottom of the screen what it is, and it also gives you the percentage that your faction controls at the time that the alert goes off. So maybe I'm the only one that's seen it so far, but when you're an awesome Vanu playing on Helios like I do, you get to play all the cool stuff.
You get to play it first. Maybe not.
Loser.
I bought the NS15M straight up. I didn't even think about that one. It's awesome. Well, I tested it first, I guess.
Which one is that one? Is that the new
It's an LMG. It's so
okay,
good.
the LMG. Okay.
Oh,
Is that
I like
the one
it
that,
a lot.
Is that the one that Jimmy just literally tweeted about the other day?
Yeah.
Oh,
it
okay.
is.
I wasn't expecting it that quickly. I didn't realize
Well-
that it went in today. That's pretty cool.
Well, same with Game Update 6, just in general. That was only put on the forums on Monday.
That's true.
Yeah, we were in the middle of middle of prepping for the show on Monday night when I happened to refresh the forums, and then bam, there was a tweet from Higby, and we're like, oh boy. And we're scrambling to get that extra stuff into the show on time. So
Yeah, I know how that feels, man. I'm sitting downstairs watching TV, and Higby's like, "Well, this is happening." I'm like, "Son of a!" I'm in the middle of a show, and I got to come upstairs and post it. And Jen
Welcome to
knows.
my life.
Jen's like,
Like
where are
when
you going?
Smeg goes
I'm
on his
like,
random, like, I can't sleep and tweeting in the middle of the night. And I have to tell Hamma, shut your phone off because
So you didn't get to watch Dancing with the Stars because the alert came up.
It's all Higby's fault, really, in the end.
See what you're doing to us, Higby? You're not letting
he has
Hamma
a
watch
special-
Dancing with the Stars.
he has a special ring for Higby and
I do. I actually have a special sound bite that actually happens. So
so he knows when to actually look at the alerts. He usually just avoids everybody else's text messages.
oh yeah, yeah,
Like
they're
mine,
the
for instance.
I don't completely ignore them. Only
That's
slightly.
funny. He answered mine when I sent him one today.
Oh, busted.
So guys, in the chat, you're welcome to bring up any points that you might think that we would discuss about any of the latest patches.
Yeah,
We'll go through our list and I'll keep an eye on it. And
Yeah. absolutely. If you guys got anything you want us to talk about, just let us know.
What
this
do you
is
think?
going to be posted on YouTube after the fact as well, just like most of our broadcasts. So if you're,
I feel like I should let everyone know the bug involved with Game Update 6. Since we're talking about anything.
All right, you have our
So-
attention.
Alright, so, bug. The sale items, the one in the up top is the everybody, and the one below that's the members only, right? Well, their sale prices are swapped. So the one at the top will say whatever the member one is, and the member one will say whatever the everybody one is. So if you click on that, it's wrong there, but it will be right when you click on unlock.
I see. Interesting. Oh, the hangout ended because of an error. That happened earlier. It's like a totally random, like, stupid thing. This is why we can't have nice things on the AGN. It's because of
Where'd
Google.
I get cut off?
It was like
Just as you started talking about it.
the hangout has
even
ended due
hear
to
them
an
anymore.
error,
Yeah, I
it
can't
says. What the hell does that mean? Due to
You guys
an
have
error.
no sound.
Really? Now we do.
There we go.
It said the hangout is ended due to an error. Like, seriously? That's all it said. Due to an error. So you started talking about it, and you got through most of it. You said that the price was wrong, but when you actually buy it, the price is right.
Yeah, they're flip-flopped in that initial view, but otherwise it's correct when you click unlock. So
Yeah.
don't expect your NS11A to be 125. I was like, yes, buy.
Oh, the hangout is ending due to an error again, I have a feeling. All right, folks. Well, I'm going to go ahead and restart Chrome. Live on the air. Yeah, so what he was talking about, I can actually show here, although I don't know if it's actually visible enough for you, but you can see the member sale over there on the right is actually a little bit off. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to restart Chrome because it's ending because of an error, whatever that means.
Someone said it's talking bugs is a Google crashes Sony conspiracy.
Yeah. Oh, maybe it is. It's like, you know what? You can't talk about that, so
we're not going to let you talk about it.
We're going to
so
go
we're
ahead
going
and
to crash.
we are just going to go ahead and disallow that. All right. I'm going to go ahead and fire everything back up again here. Live troubleshooting on the air.
Oh, they're coming back in.
Yeah, I restarted.
Oh, God, I can't.
I went ahead and restarted Chrome. So we'll see if that fixes our issue, whatever
Well,
exactly.
good news is we can hear you, so.
Yeah, it actually mutes me when I come back in, and now I've got to line you guys back up on the screen.
Oh boy, and there's my big fat head. I'm sorry, everybody.
Yep. I'm using you to line up the shot, so I apologize.
Yeah.
All right, let's see if that happens
Don't
again.
apologize to me. Just apologize to the listeners.
All
Or the
right.
viewers, I guess.
We'll see what happens here. Sorry about that, guys. Google, it was working for what? We were in here for like an hour before the show, and now all of a sudden it decides it's going to stop working.
Well, that's how it always works.
Yeah, that's always how it works. Anyway,
When we're live, stuff breaks. That's just how it works. Someone said Higby's
Yeah, the
hacking
chat room
stream.
is speculating that Higby is hacking the stream so we don't talk about stuff.
We're not allowed to talk about bugs.
Yeah.
bugs are disallowed on the air.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I actually saw that. I showed it on the screen, but I don't actually think that the
I noticed.
resolution we're broadcasting at is high enough for people to actually be able to see it. But the member sale, yeah, it's definitely whack.
You know,
Sure.
can you go back to that screen just for a sec?
I can. There it is.
Look at those fat new Vanu helmet. As soon as I get
That's
back
not
in
that
game,
new.
I am. But that's for medics and light assault
Huh.
when it scrolls through again.
Yeah, we'll have to
Oh,
wait
is
for
there
it to
a
come back
yellow
up
one?
again. Oh, there's the...
The decals, meh.
Oh, okay, that was
I
weird.
want
Here
the
come the
dragon.
helmets.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Stop talking, Tom, so they can see the helmets.
Oh, totally busted. There's the hood ornaments.
I bought that already.
I bought
Yeah,
that
me
too.
too.
Hood ornaments are awesome. What's up, Tiger Smith? I see Tiger Smith in the channel there. Still has ops.
Better take that away from him.
Oh yeah, he's totally out of control. That one.
Oh, just kidding.
Wow, look at all these freaking advertisements. Who would have thought we'd be waiting for this long? It's like watching paint dry on here.
Come on.
Oh wow,
Switch.
another one. Apparently, there's a lot of stuff going
I
on.
wonder if they'll ever have the option to like.
There they are.
Here they come. Look at that Vanu helmet.
Those have been out for a while.
No,
It's
those are
brand
new.
new, dude. It just came out today.
Yeah, those are
No,
new.
not
been out
those
for
ones.
A while.
That was
No.
patch 5.
No,
No,
those are
game
new.
update 06, new in the depot. New mercenary helmets for combat, medic, and engineer. That is
They
the
look
new helmet for
exactly the
combat,
same
medic, and
as.
engineers.
They look exactly the same as the one I bought for my infiltrator. Is that
Yeah.
the same series?
Yeah, but check
It's
off your
just
medic,
now on
medic
more
specifically.
classes.
Check off
I guess
medic
it's just now
specifically.
more classes, yeah.
It looks like the infiltrator one.
It does.
I wish I could have it for my heavy assault,
That does kind of look like the.
but it's for
It looks
the
kind
medic.
of looks kind of creepy.
It's
Reminds me
like
of
the
Gladiator.
TR
ones.
does.
It's
Yeah, I
a,
don't like the TR ones.
come on, man! It's a gimp
Yeah.
helmet.
I'll show you the VS one.
Boss.
The VS one looks sexy.
It's like a black Punisher almost.
I could probably
Yeah.
log into a VS character if. Actually, Jen could
You don't
log
have
in.
to.
Jen could log
You don't
into
have
a
to.
VS
I was just pointing out that I was pretty impressed with the new Vanu helmet.
I'm gonna make Jen do it. She's gonna log into a VS character. She doesn't know it yet, but she just
Okay.
heard. So let me know when you're in there, and I'll pull it up on the screen.
This is why he has me.
Yeah, well, that's why we have these crazy expensive streaming rigs with multiple video capture cards, specifically to show you guys.
I can go on
Oh,
my.
you just connected with the account that I was logged into.
Hey, Deringer, did you get a chance to look at the merit system while you were in?
Yes.
I don't know why you were logged into that account
Sorry,
because it's my account.
continue, guys.
You ass.
We're yelling at each other.
No, you're
Live
fine.
on
Were you
stream.
able to get your 10 kills and see what it did? See if it
I
kicked
did
it
not
off?
get my 10 kills.
Okay.
10 heals, 10 anything.
It's actually you got to heal 10,000 points to get a healing ribbon. You need to revive 15 people for the revive ribbon. You need 10 kills for the weapon ribbon. It's 15,000 points for repair, 20 driver assists.
Damn, 15,000 points. That's supposed to take me only 10 minutes?
It's supposed to take you up to an hour.
Oh. Okay, that makes more sense.
So
Yeah,
what,
I was at like 7 kills and then I logged out to come do this hangout. So
so
I
what am
got
I
something to see
looking
if it
at?
worked correctly for you. I mean, I was interested.
What was I
Interested.
supposed
mean-
to bring up, Hamma?
technically I got more than 10 kills, but I got a bunch of kills in my scythe, and obviously that doesn't count towards the weapon. The weapon.
The new helmets.
Is it heavy assault helmets?
No, medics and engineers only.
Medic, engineer.
Let's bring up her screen.
Do you have 25,000 certs?
All right, you guys can actually hear us now. My apologies. And yes,
Yes.
we do on these. Sorry about that, guys.
Sounds back. Yeah, Czar says ribbons are great, and that so you got 5. Those first 5 are 500. Did you receive any past those first 5, Czar?
Should probably look at the other helmets.
Yeah, because I was under the impression that you only got an additional 500 XP for the first 5 you received in a day, but that you could continue to receive more after that first 5, and each additional one would award you 250 XP. But again, I haven't gotten in and tested it, so I'm just going by what was listed in Higby's notes from Monday.
Yeah, guys, so those of you out there who are noticing that we have an absurdly large amount of pretty much... Why are there 2 Noxes? I'm scared.
Double the Noxx, double the fun.
Yeah, so those of you guys who have noticed the absurdly large amount of both cert points and station cash, these are actually our accounts that we do video stuff with and observer cam stuff with. So
Not our main accounts.
no, so I'm not that awesome. Well, I am, but
No, he's not.
no, I'm not really not.
Sorry
He's
about that.
really
It crashed.
That's all right.
Apparently, Google Hangouts is a nice little memory chug on it.
Really?
Oh wait, memory leak. That's what I'm technically supposed to
Well, it shows us that there are two of you in the channel now, so.
Yep. Oh, there he goes. The other one. The other one of
Oh,
him
good.
left. All right, guys. Total work in progress here. Thank you, Google, for failing us numerous times here tonight. Thanks a lot for that. So my apologies. You guys couldn't hear us talking while we were showing the new helmet over there. I don't remember what else we talked about. I think we just really talked about the helmet for like 30 seconds or so. I don't think we talked about anything
We
else.
talked about how awesome the one is, and that's about it.
I don't remember that conversation. I have
And
no
everybody
recollection.
agreed with me, so.
Okay, you can have that account back now if you want him.
No, it's okay. I went on the other one, so we're good. All right, let's see here. What else do we got lined up? So we had the alert system, merit system. I found rather amusing. Somebody posted a thread on PSU like a couple of hours after the patch went live, and he said that the alert system immediately came up and told him to go after Indar, and he's like, really? Indar? Come on, guys.
Mine told me Esamir, so it's
Oh, there you
just
go.
him.
All right.
I'm going to agree with on that, really. I mean, that's what I would say, too. So,
Yeah, as soon as I logged in, it said go to the crown and camp the crown for the next 2 hours. Is what I received. So
Awesome.
that's good. Yeah, it was
that's
good. Got its wish.
So you obeyed. Perfect.
And
He's
then it
still
crashed.
there.
So
Yeah, I'm
that's
still sitting there, looking at you.
so
or someone.
So that's why your cam isn't working. It's because you're in
Yeah,
the
you
game.
should go to that tower and see if Torkz is standing there.
I should
Jumping
actually
around.
just standing there like jumping around
It would be
aimlessly.
awesome if it was.
Well, I got booted out of the game when Jen logged into the
Oh.
account, so now I have to go fly my way back there. First world problems.
So it's
Oh,
Jenny's
yeah.
fault. So it's Jenny's fault. We got you.
Fields
For,
the fly with the observer cam, everyone.
yeah.
Oh, poor guy. Poor guy. I ran over a couple dirty Vanu, so I feel much better. Yeah.
I should probably keep that account logged in case you want me to look at anything.
Yeah,
again.
go ahead and stay logged in, and then if we need to bring
I'm
anything
trying to
up,
watch
we
the
will.
chat.
All right, so what were some of the other things that went in today? There was a bunch. There was just a metric ass load. That's a technical term. Of
Oh,
balance.
lots of. We should talk about the shotgun stuff because
Yeah.
shotguns got played around with a lot.
They definitely did. I personally, and I've said this a bunch of times, like everybody complains just constantly about the shotguns. I don't know, man. I've never really had a problem with them. Like, I just don't feel like they were that big of a deal even before. I don't know about you guys, but
Yeah. Shyless, I know that you guys bathe daily, but that latex really gets you guys smelling pretty bad. So dirty Vanu is appropriate. Appreciate that, though.
that's awesome.
Oh god.
The sweet smell of latex.
Like I said, we're scientists. We bathe regularly,
Latex still smells bad. I'm sorry, man.
and you know this from personal experience, I suppose, huh?
Listen,
Don't
Never
we
mind,
all?
I was about to-
Don't we all?
I was going to take a low blow about your wife, but we'll leave it alone.
It's a family show.
listen.
Not
okay,
really.
He has a
Since we're
suit.
talking about the shotguns, one thing that we should also explain is that all the NC Max shotguns also got changed.
Yes.
So I think we might have seen the end of Maxes sitting on biolabs and just annihilating everybody that's coming in. The rate of fire was slowed down on every single one of them. The projectile speed was slowed down. The magazine capacities were all lowered as well. I think it's a major nerf to all the Max shotguns, the NC Max shotguns.
Yeah.
So how does that make you feel, Noxx? He has no sound.
Noxx, how does that feel to be nerfed to the ground?
Oh, he's
He has
talking
no
and nothing's
sound.
happening. How does it feel to have your voice nerfed? We just took care
You
of
know
that.
how it makes me feel? It makes me feel happy
Yeah,
because
it makes me very happy.
I hate scat maxes. So
Many of
Sounds
us
like
do.
some people are responding in the chat that it is still go into a biolab. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Well,
this-
yeah.
Sounds like it's
Can
so
you
I,
hear me
I
now?
expect them to be
Yay.
insta-kill at close range, like Bear says, but I think they won't be as deadly at a longer range like they were. So Noxx, now we can ask you, how do you feel now that they've nerfed your one joy in the game?
My one joy, I don't
Max
really
shotguns.
even use. I don't really even use them.
Don't lie.
You're the cheesiest NC player I know. You have
I use
everything on the
heavy.
maxes sorted out 100%.
No. I'm a heavy player.
What Noxx doesn't tell you is that's all he spends his certs on in game is on NC max shotguns. He's the cheesiest player that you ever knew. And see, his cat is in the background agreeing.
Yeah, his cat is agreeing. The only other thing that they're going to take out of the game eventually is bailing, and then he'll have nothing left.
He'll have nothing. He'll just be a shell of a man.
A husk.
No. I don't really use the max. I've used it. I'd be lying if I said I never used it, but enough to really care. No.
Yeah, I mean, I've been. The thing had ridiculous range on it, man. I mean, it was just like.
I don't know. You'd have to do a
insane.
comparison because, I mean, any amount of maxes in a biolab, if you have a bunch of shotguns shooting like 2 or 3 guys, it's going to hurt and you're going to die fast. So, like Bear was saying, in biolabs.
They're trying to find your character name so that they can troll you with it.
His character name is NC Max Ownage 23. So be sure to find him.
And his air guy
check
is
him out.
Baylor 69.
Oh, you had to use that number, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
This is a family show.
No, it's not.
I dare you.
Oh my God,
It's not a family show when
can't
I'm on
handle
it.
this anymore.
You
All
married
right, I
me.
found his character on the PlanetSide player. Most played, Max. Best score, Max. 468,503 points. Best score per minute, Max. 311.
Dubstep YOLO
Time
123.
played, Max. 5 hours, 56 minutes. That was today.
Who is this?
This is you.
Don't lie.
If you watch Noxx, though, when he streams, he does play heavy pretty much exclusively. You see him.
Here's his max accuracy, 98%.
Nice.
I never miss. I'm a boss like that. What can I say?
Man, I'm calling hacks right now on the show.
I use heavy. I've been using light assault because I like the NS11C.
Shots fired, 256,566.
I think you're looking at the wrong profile. But did you guys, the little, there's a small thing in the patches that had me more excited than any of the shotgun changes. That was the new change to tank mines.
Oh yeah, no kidding.
Oh, did they
right?
do that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Celebration.
Yeah, it's a hallelujah time. The tank mines no longer just drop them on top of vehicles and they go off like C4.
Yeah, that was completely and utterly redonkulous.
Isn't it funny though? We had that conversation, that interview with you guys. The
Yeah, we
last
did.
interview we had, and you asked me what would I would change, and then I was like, "Well, Hamma's going to talk about it, so I'd say tank mines." And then the next day, they announced they were fixing tank mines.
Yeah,
We've
actually
had
got some.
discussions like that in the show too, where I brought up a bug where the lightnings weren't getting all the guns on account wide. Next day, all lightnings account
You're
wide.
like, damn it!
I was like, why? Why did you do that to me?
Don't worry, they do it to all of us.
Well, even on Monday's show, we had a discussion again about tank mines because one of our wonderful listeners.
No, don't do it that way. Don't give the pause. Hateful.
Well, I was just thinking of the right word. I mean, he was wonderful, and I appreciate every time he's written into us about tank mines.
Once. I mean, the point is that we got a little hate because we complain about tank mines a lot, and
yeah.
Like
And I
4
think-
times at least.
yeah, I think the argument is that if Higbee didn't agree, we wouldn't have a problem with it. But I guess Bear says or asks, do they still go off if dropped on the ground next to the Sunday without moving? I don't know, Bear. That's that's a great thing we'll have to experiment with.
The only thing it says is that they'll no longer arm if thrown on top of a vehicle, so I don't know either.
Yeah.
I hate to assume, because every time we assume T-Ray yells at us, but I assume that they're only going to work when somebody drives over them, because that's
Motion. Mhm.
specifically what Higbee tweeted, that how he wanted them to work.
Why is
But
T-Ray
you're right.
so
So
mean?
we got.
I'm just gonna make assumptions every episode, just broad, ridiculous assumptions.
I
and
agree
see
with
how
that.
long it takes him to message me.
I think that would make for a great show. It would get your ratings up. I mean, people would be interested in listening to what you have to say, what you've come up with for that week. Right?
I think
Max says because he's VS, and I know VS have a lot of repressed anger because they don't but they got a lot of repressed anger, so I think maybe that's coming out.
Honestly, I think he was upset that we didn't do the interview with him instead of Higby with Nox's cat.
He is the voice pack.
He did produce an angry tweet after we posted it. So
Nice.
I think you guys should start a Noxx cat Twitter account.
You should. You know what?
He has a Facebook, so
of course he has a Facebook. Of course he does.
That cat is epic, man. Even my cat doesn't have a Facebook.
He has like 60 friends.
Does he have more friends than you, Noxx?
More
Does
friends
he?
than Noxx.
For a long time, he had more friends than my dad, and I gave my dad a lot of trouble for it.
That's awesome.
Did your cat friend your dad? I mean, it's only fair.
Yes, he did.
That's
He
good.
did.
That's good. You don't.
Oh, that's awesome.
So should we talk about the last big update in
Yes.
Game Update 06? That would be to the Phalanx turrets.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah, let's talk about
Basically, they all got a resistance to anti-aircraft machine guns. They went up to 94% resistance, which is huge when you really think about it. They all had their minimum damage upped. Except for the anti-aircraft. They allowed that one to pitch a little bit better down, so you could actually hit low-flying planes or low-running infantry. Is that a term? Low-running?
that.
But either way,
they run crouch.
all of the Phalanx turrets got an update in this game update as well. So get out there and test them, peeps.
Indeed.
Yeah, I can't really say I've noticed because I haven't been playing, so I can't really comment on that. What does everybody think?
Well, once
in the channel?
again, next time somebody bails, don't slam your hand into the desk in anger.
She's so mean.
It's Nox's fault.
Everything.
So
about
The
it.
rage boils inside of me.
Hamma and Jenny, do you guys think that the merit and alert systems are kind of a good step in the metagame? Do you feel like that's a significant step, or do you feel like it's a kind of just a stopgap?
I think it's a start. It's certainly a start in the direction of some more metagame stuff. I've been harping on the mission system for, a year now? I really want to see the mission system come in, man. I think the alert system is kind of the start to the mission system.
The merits are just
And,
kind of like more of a throwback to PlanetSide 1.
Well, and they're not even really that. I mean, they're kind of somewhat that, but you know what? I think that the accomplishments, the merit, what are they calling them? Achievements or merits, or what did they call them? I forgot. I don't have it in front of me here. But whatever.
Merit. Ribbons.
Ribbons. Okay.
Service ribbons.
Service ribbons.
It's like original.
It's just
isn't it?
no, merit commendations were the original. So I mean, I think they're just kind of fluff. I mean, I don't really care all that much about those. But I do think the alert system is something that is kind of hopefully starting to pave the way towards
It's the gateway drug to metagame.
Yeah, it's the gateway drug to the mission system and metagame. The mission system for me is like one of those things that it's like the holy grail of like solo players, to be honest. Like it'll give them stuff to do, and PlanetSide 2 is an awesome game, but I feel like they're almost focusing too much on how the awesome game requires a group to play, which is cool, and all of us really enjoy that, but like not everybody does. I mean, I was going to say, look at Level Cap. Like, I mean, he's not even really playing all that much anymore because all he ever does is play solo, and there's a lot of people like him, and they don't know what to do or where to go, or like, they spawn and they have to run like 90,000 miles to get where they're going because they're not in a squad or an outfit or anything. So, and of course, the hardcore PlanetSide players, well, you play with an outfit. You suck at the game, noob. But, I don't know. I want to see the mission system, so...
Before it disappears on the screen, I want to bring your guys' attention to the link that Evil Red Room posted.
Oh, Clegg's first weapon. Yeah, I saw that earlier today.
If you haven't seen that, you need to go watch it. It is absolutely hilarious.
It is. It's pretty funny. It's classic Clegg too. I mean,
It's totally classic. Like, I think it was something that was asked for during Friday Night Ops, though. People were saying,
"Oh, really?
Can you put this on a max unit?" And he said, "Oh, I think I probably can."
He's like, "What's wrong with it?" He's like, "It's not killing people fast enough."
Nothing wrong with it.
It's not killing people fast enough. What the hell? But yeah, I mean, I think this is a good start. Don't get me wrong. I mean, it's not bad. That's for sure. Hopefully, it'll start to spread out the fight a little bit. But I've got my doubts.
The alert system in its current iterations, the weed of solo players. What's going to be the heroin? since it's a gateway drug.
I like how you just kept running with that. That's awesome. Just keep on going with that.
I don't know, like
where's the ecstasy at? Oh,
they're saying in the channel that it's tough for solo players. It's even for me. I'm in an outfit, and during the day I'm on, and I just want to find a good fight or be, give some direction or have direction, and I have to like sometimes take 5-10 minutes to figure out where I'm going to go, especially when I'm streaming. So it would be good to have that in the system in where I can just jump in when I'm going to stream and look for something interesting to do while I'm streaming.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you can't just like ask people to go from being an FPS player to an MMO FPS player and expect them to like do that. So
yeah. And none of us want Battlefield, I don't think. Maybe somebody in here does, but I don't think any of us do, right?
I don't think so. But so if they're right now, I guess the alert system, as I understand it, will kick off on certain triggers being under X population.
Yep.
And something like that. Now, do you think that expanding that into even peak times, like, so it's 7 o'clock on a Friday night, right? It's usually a pretty heavy time during the game's population, and maybe making like a multi-continent alert where you have an objective on each continent. It actually allows people to split up, and really encourages people to split up to achieve those objectives.
Right.
And I just wonder if that would be. I'm hoping they kind of make a step in that direction instead of using it as just a stopgap for low population times in the game. I'm hoping they expand on it.
I do too. I hope they. Well, and Higby did say that they do have kind of like other plans for it too, like some additional stuff that they're probably going to start tossing into it. So, I definitely think it has a lot of potential, and it's a pretty damn good start for sure. And I would like to see it expanded to prime time and stuff like that. And we really don't know like all of the metrics that go into determining when this thing fires up and what happens and at what point it starts to turn on and what it determines for war. We don't know any of that. This is a total guess, but we do know that they did say that it won't come on during prime time. So I was kind of disappointed when I saw that, but on the flip side,
I'll have to log on tomorrow and see if it pops up in the...
I'm just trying to think about that. Like, even during prime time on Waterson, which is a very highly populated server right now that's got queues on almost every continent, almost every night of the week, even still, there's always a lot of empires that are just totally getting hammered on one continent or another. So I could see it being useful pretty much all the time.
I wish it were on during prime time. I was upset, too. It adds a certain aspect of what people call metagame, that if you're on during prime time and you're like, oh yeah, cool, I have a reason to go to this spot, well, now it's not there because it's prime time.
Well, you got to think too, just because it's prime time, the solo players, which are the ones that are majority going to use that system at the beginning, aren't going to have direction during prime time too. Right. So,
that's a good point.
Yep, for sure. And I think it's very much a start, and I think that's kind of what they're probably... I think they're probably even thinking that it's a start. I don't think they're thinking this is something that's going to be like, all right, well, we're good now. That's
Did
I don't
you
know,
intentionally pick like a Command and Conquer angle here? Because that's instantly what I started thinking.
right. That's what I was thinking. It's like
Kind of, yeah. It does look like that.
It's even the right size almost.
I know.
Reminds me of Halo Wars almost.
I don't know what's going on here, man. The TR just took this base. They're kicking some ass.
I keep trying to select those Sunderers and
Exactly.
redeploy them somewhere else.
Come on, move, guy.
Well, that's a classic TR foot zerg if I've ever seen one right there.
Oh yeah.
You know what I was thinking on that whole, what were we just talking about? The
Alert
alert system? Durr.
What's my name?
It's going to facilitate those new players that don't necessarily know what they're doing to battles that will actually show them how to play the game. It's also another tool to kind of show them how epic and big PlanetSide is. And hopefully not too epic and big, because Bear pointed out right now, as the current way it is happening, is people are just being dropped into a meat grinder. So I think that having that on during prime time will also facilitate new players or FPS players that are new to MMOs type games, or MMO FPSs, I guess, to join the fight with these random people, even if they're by themselves, but they're accomplishing goals, and then they're going to notice these outfits, and then they're going to, hey, I'm going to look up these guys or send someone to tell, and that'll help facilitate outfit as well. So that's my idea on that.
Gives them a sense of accomplishment or defeat.
I'm not all by myself in the middle of nowhere. I'm actually with people and know what I'm doing.
I'm not just killing people. I'm trying to kill people for this objective that the game gave me. Some people don't want to... I have friends that don't play sandbox games because they don't want to have to make decisions. They want the game to say, go here, do this, get it done.
Yeah.
And it gives those players some guidance.
Right.
I don't know if Higby's still in the chat room, but
He's lurking.
He's lurking, probably. Yeah, I want to put a quick request out for badges for teabagging and for bailing. If we can get a couple of those, I'd appreciate it. That'd be great.
That's right,
Maybe
man.
you'd award them retroactively to Noxx.
No, wasn't the old teabagging thing is if you teabagged your opponent 3 times that they would res and you would die?
And you would die, yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
That's awesome.
I think that was Jimmy who said that.
We deal with the serious issues here on the AGN. I mean, that's how we roll. We deal with the real deal issues.
Absolutely, the Easter egg
no
issues.
nonsense.
No nonsense, exactly.
Well, maybe they're just trying the alert stuff out, and that they
well,
will
it is.
eventually.
It's totally just it is a gateway, not a gateway drug. Like, well, I mean,
I'm hoping it's a gateway drug
You
to more
started that.
metagame.
You started that. I just
son of a. Anyway, it is just a start. It's the first in an iteration of things that we're going to see.
Every time someone talks about it, they go,
oh, come on. All right, that's it. We do not promote drug use on the Auraxis Global Network, folks. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is not something
what?
we
I
allow.
was.
Oh, you get a little itchy?
I'm a little stuffy.
Itchy nose?
Stuffy.
All right.
Get a scratch.
I'm so itchy right now. Oh, God. I've got to stop
I gotta
the
end
show.
the stream. You gotta end the stream. I gotta get back in game.
If
That's
anybody
what
should be
guns are.
jonesing for
You see a gun, you're like, oh, I gotta get it.
Yeah, must buy. You're like,
I gotta go steal some stuff out of cars so I can afford it.
You know what?
We don't condone stealing on this show either.
No, we don't. But I do
Let's get
want to
that
be
clear.
able to loot station cash off of corpses that I've killed. That's
Yeah.
what
Agree.
counts.
Totally agree. Yeah. Bear, thank you for that comment. By the way, drugs would explain why Noxx plays that way.
Oh,
agree.
boom.
What way do I play?
Scatbacks.
Sounds like you have quite the reputation after that PlanetSide 2 stream a couple weeks back. It's like people have they're like, wow.
I wonder what I did that time.
It was the sweating and shaking, I think, is that gave it away. I'm pretty sure.
You know what someone
I was
said?
so tired. I don't remember half of it.
He was pretty tired.
You know, that's a symptom of heavy drug use, not remembering what you did the next day.
Well,
You know.
I was on a lot of caffeine.
Yeah.
So,
And-
Is that the street term for it?
Caffeine and flips. Don't forget the flips. You were
So-
also
Oh,
very
yeah.
high in
did
flips.
anybody see in the channel that so when Noxx was on like previous like a while back, they're like, is that level cap?
Oh, really?
I thought it was Level Cap.
I don't think they at all look alike.
They're
Do they
twin
look
brothers. They're
No.
twin brothers.
They don't.
Level
look
Cap
alike.
has the pencil beard, and Noxx doesn't, though. That's how you can tell them apart.
Pencil beard, nice. Oh man, wow, we have just totally derailed the shit out of this. I mean, like we are.
Okay,
just,
where
like-
are we on our list?
I have no idea.
Yeah, we didn't even talk about Game Update 5 or 4 yet.
Yeah,
Jeez.
no, we haven't. We haven't talked about.
It's our
that
show.
yet.
We could take as long as
All right,
we want.
let's take out the. Let's go ahead and take a look at the script, and we'll get official.
We did the shotguns.
So we've pretty much covered Game Update 6. So we'll move back in time a little bit. Back in time, we'll talk about.
Do you have fancy like back in time
Game,
sound?
You need the song
There we go.
from Back to the Future.
Back in time.
Oh, wow. We might go to jail, man. The RIAA is going to come up in here and just throw us away in jail.
They're gonna ban your Twitch channel.
Yeah.
Noxx, what did you just put on
It's a
your
nice
screen?
cake you got in your.
What are you doing?
Oh, wow. That's awesome. Look at that. Ladies and gentlemen, he's celebrating stuff.
He's celebrating his first day not using a Scattermax.
Oh. Oh, man. Oh.
Oh, I've moved it. Yeah, sorry.
It's
I
all
was-
right. Oh, it's all right. What was I talking about again? Oh, right. Get this whole
5.
Game Update 5. VR training came into Game Update 5, which is pretty boss. Although I noticed they fixed an issue today. Apparently, people were getting maxes and leaving VR training.
Yeah. What was the other one? The Invisible Liberator? They like would.
Oh,
something,
yeah.
The way they would come out, they'd be like their Liberator would be invisible and they could fly around bombing people.
Yep, that was one of the first bugs that happened. They fixed that one pretty quick. But yeah, you could cloak your Liberator and start flying around with it. I can't remember what it was something about being on an ATV that was cloaked and then getting off of it and getting into the Liberator, something along those lines. But yeah, they fixed that one pretty quick, as they definitely should have. But VR training, I mean, it's cool. It actually allows for. It's actually really cool. I mean, I haven't spent a ton of time in there, but for the videos that I've been doing, it's been pretty helpful because I don't have to go through the trouble of buying crap.
I hate to do this to you, but VR training was in Game Update 4. Account level unlocks is in Game Update 5.
Really?
That's why he was silent for a while. He was.
Do
Doing
I have them
research.
backwards?
I
I'm
don't
calling-
know if you do. I think you do. You do. No, the passive cert gain is definitely in 5, and the PhysX is definitely in 5. But the VR training was
All
back
right,
in
the show's
4.
over. That's it. We're done.
So-
We're done. This is it.
This
I'm
is
done.
it, guys.
Was the
I'm
physics
finished
really
with this.
5? I thought the physics came out just one day randomly.
Yeah, I think it came out a day. It was the same time frame though, for all intents and purposes. But yeah, Game Update 5 was account level unlocks.
I mean, we can still talk about VR training.
No,
to
we
be
can't.
Yeah,
honest,
no one
We're
really
done.
cares
We're
about
done.
account level unlocks, so I mean, we can just skip right to VR
Or that they
training.
don't
Nobody
always
cares.
work.
Oh, let's not talk.
Well, it's just for you, it's you, Noxx. They did that on
My
purpose.
my NS11C is not on all my characters. My NS15M is.
You'd think you'd submit a ticket for that, but no, you just expect it to happen.
Well, they listen to our show about all these other things.
You want to go ahead and fly around VR training on your computer over there, and we'll just kind of.
I'm probably timed out
it's
by
one of those
now.
things that.
Oh wow, I'm not.
All right, VR training.
Apparently
it is.
so.
Noxx is very intently focused on something there, and everybody's watching him.
Sorry.
You know, you talk about timeouts, but did anybody else notice that today you don't need to enter your credentials on the forums anymore?
Really?
Yeah, it's happened to me a couple times today when I've gone to the forums. It automatically logged me in, like as if it saved my information in the background. Finally.
Huh.
I think it's called a cookie.
Whoa,
Well,
whoa,
I think they
whoa.
finally implemented it, is what I'm saying.
Let's back off
I
the
don't know.
cookie thing a little bit. That's a little too far into the future.
So
I
it was
like
a Cookie
cookies.
Monster, the Cookie Monster gateway drug. So
Look what we've gone
we're gonna
into.
go back.
Well, and I'm not the only one who wasn't able. That every time I went to the forums, I'd have to enter my username and password. I'm not the only one, right?
So I'm going to be quite honest
It actually
here
has
right
been working
now,
for me for a while.
and I'm going to say that I open the official forums about once every 6 months.
Oh, See, I open them 17,000 times a day.
I don't go there very often. Well, I should say I do open them, but I don't ever log in. I don't ever log in or post there or anything. So I just literally.
Well, if you don't log in, you can't see people's avatars. I mean, not avatars, signatures.
Oh,
Like you can't see that dude Compass's awesome signature where he falls from the sky and drops C4 on a Liberator as he's falling by.
really? I'll have to check
Yeah,
that
It's
out.
the best
seen that one?
signature in the forums.
Really?
It's not worth it to log on for me. Not even for that.
Don't do
I
it.
like looking at the tears. I love looking at tears. People crying.
You like to
about
see
You mean like
this,
that guy who couldn't get a link to our Higby interview, and then when he finally did, he raged?
It's absolutely hilarious.
Oh man.
I felt bad for him.
Could someone summary this, please? This is other people asking for summaries. Oh my god.
So,
Sorry, I'm reading the chat here. I know it's awkward silence as I sit here and read. Somebody asked
I'm
where
flying now. I'm flying.
Oh, you over there?
I'm gonna drag us back to topic, right? VR. I love the VR training. I
And Jen
use
is
it
in
before
VR?
buying every weapon.
You know, I don't use it nearly as much as I thought I did when they announced that it would be released.
Mm-hmm.
And
Same.
maybe that's just me, but I really spend almost no time in it.
Really?
Not even to try out new stuff when they release it. I mean, maybe I think the only time I've used it is actually when Noxx and I were doing a test for one of our shows. Because I didn't believe him.
Yeah, I got to
Yeah,
admit,
well-
I used it for the Mosquito to try out all the full level upgrades for it, and then I used it for the AGN Instant Action Patch Note video that I did, and that's it. I haven't been in there since.
Really? I just
I
go
tried-
around in there and fly around and stuff.
Hmm.
Get my mossy, get my skill up. Not that
Yeah,
I
I
need
tried
it.
doing the little what's it called, ATV course, the little and that Malorn was like, yeah, there's a course and you can jump over things, and it was not very exciting. It's kind of like a bump, and it puts you in the air a little bit, but by no means lifts you over the road or over the
You're
rock.
supposed to hit it with a turbo boost.
I had turbo on, okay? I had turbo and the speed.
Come on, you noob! Don't lie.
You know, you should be using it for is flying training, so. You know.
Noxx uses it for Scattermax training.
It's not. I can fly. I just can't do
Fly.
combat. I can't do combat and flying, and I can't practice combat flying in there. They should have mosquitoes and sides like spinning around the room.
That was requested, and on Friday Night Ops they said that unfortunately because of pathing issues that they couldn't program that into the virtual reality at this point. Maybe in the
Damn.
future.
Yeah,
But it's all because
that
of
would be good.
It's all because of pathing issues. They wouldn't be able to do it.
Personally, I think my favorite change out of Game Update 5 is the passive Solarcane, personally. Maybe that's just me.
Yeah, that is pretty awesome,
Yeah, at
especially the
least-
membership one.
Yeah, I get like
Yeah.
48 a day. I just have to log in and.
Sometimes 49 if you're lucky.
Whoa, really? I haven't seen that.
Yeah, I've gotten 49 twice.
Oh.
So it's like 2 free certs. That's
Hack.
That's
Yeah,
like-
it's the same thing for non-members. Sometimes we get 12. Normally we get 12. Sometimes we get 13.
Yeah, interesting.
I like my 48.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, 48 would be nice.
Danger represents the common folk among us.
I do. As a Vanu, I walk amongst the people, spreading the truth.
The Vanu are elitist scientists. Get out of here.
I
Damn.
walk among the people, spreading the truth.
Damn cyborgs.
Johnny Appleseed.
Much like Johnny Appleseed.
The
My lasher bolts.
Oh man.
Anoint.
Anoint. We're gonna really. All right.
Well,
okay.
there
I'm
goes
really
that whole
struggling.
scientist.
I'm really struggling for religious
word.
terms here.
Indoctrinate.
Yes.
There you go.
Well, I know
Indoctrinate
Jenny has a
brothers.
Vanu character, so I'm only one step from
Oh,
indoctrinating.
I love playing Vanu. I
Of
have
course she
a.
does.
It's because it's
Everyone
so
loves
easy.
playing Vanu.
It's
Of course she
easy
does.
mode. That's why.
Everyone loves playing Vanu.
My
Well,
Vanu
Deringer-
character is like
Yeah.
triple kill death to my TR character. It's because it's so easy mode for me. Yeah, that's alright. I said it.
Ooh.
Did you hear me say that I hate all TR LMGs?
No, I did not hear.
I
that.
did.
I don't think they're easy mode. I dislike them.
Just a different player. You like the NC feel to things versus the TR spray.
I never liked the T9 carve.
It's a play style. It's
Yeah,
a play
it
style.
totally
I
is.
don't do well with NC weapons at all, really. Except
I prefer the
shotguns.
TMG50 to the T9 carve myself.
Oh, blasphemy.
See that TMG50 if I
It's too
have
slow.
to use one. Before the NS15M, which I love, I was using the TMG50. It's a great gun.
All right, can I stop flying around now?
Excuse me. Yeah, you're actually off the cam.
Thanks
Yes,
for
please
telling
crash.
me that.
You're not live. I actually just changed it a few seconds ago, so I made my way over to Crossroads Watchtower. Thank you.
Okay, so what else? Passive circ
How do
game
you-
physics. What was that one? in?
Physics is great.
How'd you guys feel about Hawson going unscheduled?
I wasn't happy.
Tell us how you really feel.
We're the same way. Like that's size says it all.
I want Hassan, damn it. I want it now. I can see why they're doing it. It makes sense, but oh man, like because I know they're pretty far along on it. It's probably not all that far from coming out. It sucks that it had to be delayed, but if they end up implementing this whole battle flow or whatever they're calling it, if they end up implementing that new hex type system, then I can see why they're holding it back, because they may have to move things, and so they may as well move it once instead of twice, right? So
Sounded like there was performance with the tunnels too, so it's
You
kind of
actually
a bummer. But I'm glad
segued,
they're releasing
yeah.
a quality product.
Yeah.
You segued my last one of the other things I want to ask you, like beautifully, is do you really think the lattice-like system will solve battle flow?
no,
Oh, thank God, I agree with you.
no, I don't think it will.
Expound.
You know what I think will help in the end? The stuff that they talked about very early on when they started talking about PlanetSide 2. In fact, I think they talked about it at Fanfare when they announced PlanetSide 2. Like actual... I hate to reference the game, but it's the only valid reference that I have. Like EVE Online related things that you can place down and defend. He's muting people. That's awesome. Like a boss. So, like, for example, right now when you capture a base, right, you're getting resources from that base. What if your outfit or team or whatever put down a resource collector in the ground and started farming resources, and then now you have to defend that and fight over that? You know, and your empire has to defend that in order to continue gaining resources and stuff like that. I really want to see stuff like that start going into the game. I think that the new hex system is going to create some massive fights. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I think it's going to be pretty cool in that sense, but I just don't see that it's going to really solve much, right? Because you still can't go behind enemy lines and start denying resources.
That's the thing that I don't like about the new hex system is if you're getting crushed, you don't have the option to send a small force out to try and distract maybe even half that army to go and deal with this other stuff over there.
Well,
It's going to create what's going to happen is there's going to naturally end up being several choke points, and you're just going to end up where big forces collide and no one can really push much further past each section without getting pushed right back again. There's going to be 5 crowns instead of 1 crown. I really think that's what will happen with Lattice, because that's how PlanetSide 1 almost ended up at.
well, looking at the map, well, the one example we have of the map, I think I have to disagree to a certain extent that I think there will be enough paths to allow maybe a small force to not maybe play diversionary tactics as much as press a flank to force the larger force to pull back. And now,
I don't think so.
you think there's not enough paths? You think they're gonna?
I think too many of the paths are too well defined that, and to be going up them at all times, you're just going to end up still hitting choke points in every single path. Like, I just don't see it benefiting.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be bad. I don't think it's going to ruin the game or anything. I just don't think it's the answer. I don't think it's the answer to
The end all be all.
Yeah, I mean, I really want to see the ability to be able to go behind enemy lines and deny the enemy their tanks by taking out generators and all that stuff that used to be able to do in PlanetSide 1.
Let's just say it. We want things like in PlanetSide
Yeah,
1, but in PlanetSide 2.
On the flip side, I also don't want PlanetSide 2 to become a niche game like
Right.
PlanetSide 1 did. So there's also that. So we also want to make sure we don't put too much crap from PlanetSide 1 into PlanetSide 2, because then it's going to become niche again, and we don't want that, because then that means
It fails.
the game's going to die in a few years, just like the first one did, and none of us want to see that. I mean, I want to still be sitting here talking about this in 5 years or
I
whatever.
think if they put BFRs in PlanetSide
not
2,
this,
that it
but-
will work.
Get
You know,
out!
I almost just quit the channel after you said that.
All of a sudden you hear "Doo-doo-doo," as everybody quits out, and I'm like, all right, well, guys, it was a good show.
Sorry,
No.
guys.
No.
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 You know, as a few people have said in chat, I am just right now waiting for the Thresher more than Hassan, to tell you the truth.
Well, it's cool that we finally got those Empire-specific buggies confirmed. They were always a rumor, but now we know that they're actually coming, so that's pretty cool to actually now.
And
No,
it's a
they're
poorly
happening, so.
textured model rather than just an untextured model.
Did they show something that I didn't see?
He did on his
Rocket launcher stream.
RL video, yeah.
Oh, yeah, we've seen that.
Oh well, that was the harasser though, right?
Yeah, and it was terrible looking.
Okay, yeah, the harasser was bad looking, but they haven't showed the Empire-specific buggies or anything yet.
Not yet, no.
It was
Yeah.
like, did I miss
Oh,
something?
look, the
Do I need to go?
Thresher.
I'm like, if I miss something, then I'm just totally.
guys are gonna have
this
to
is
wait. I gotta post it.
I'm gonna go ahead and put the whole stream on hold, and we'll go
Yeah,
ahead
no.
and we'll be back just after this break while I post all that stuff. No, not really. But yeah, I mean, the harasser looked bad, but it wasn't done yet, so I'm
It
sure.
was so
that,
squat and shoved together. It was like it was missing an entire middle section.
Yeah.
It looked terrible.
Well, it was funny.
I-
Everybody's like, show it, and he's like, yeah, sure, why not? And it's like, oh, maybe you probably shouldn't have done that, but okay.
You know, if there were people at GDC, and apparently I heard that T-Ray showed a preview of the Thresher at GDC, and I'm
Ah.
still trying to get my hands on that footage.
Interesting. That would be pretty cool. T-Ray's holding out on us.
I emailed the man himself and said, hook a brother up.
Yeah, man. Let us see that. I can't wait to see those. I was actually kind of surprised we were going to be seeing those again. I don't think they ever mentioned that they were going to do that, did they? Maybe they did.
I think that they did early on that eventually buggies would come into the game. I don't
Yeah.
think that they said it would be Empire-specific buggies, but I'm thinking back to Smedley's address back at SOE Live last year. He definitely said buggies at SOE
that's
Live.
true.
He didn't say Empire-specific, but I mean, I loved the Thresher back in the day, and I have been saving my certs ever since I heard that it should be coming shortly. So I'm not spending a single thing on my Vano right now, saving up. So I'm going to max out the respawn timer on that thing. I'm going to buy every gun for it. I'm going to get every upgrade for it. All I need is a dedicated gunner.
Nice.
Granted, of course, anybody that remembers the Thresher in PlanetSide 1, you couldn't hit the broadside of a barn when that thing was flying by.
No,
but,
you couldn't,
know,
but it sounded scary as shit when it was driving
Yeah.
around. It was shooting the gun, and you're like, what is... Oh, it's just that, and then it would explode.
Just that.
And then it would blow up, and that would be it. Well, they showed snowmobiles and stuff, too, in the SOE Live last year as well, so... We
Oh,
haven't
yeah,
really
that's
heard
true.
anything about those either, so... Hopefully we start seeing that stuff.
I want to see the resource collectors so we can make bases and stuff, or buy like the huge aerial like carriers.
Oh, that's long in the future, though.
I know, but I'm just like, when I saw the carrier, and then I thought of the idea of, like harvesting like these. You'd have to harvest for whatever, like a week, to like make a carrier, and all of a sudden you see over the crown just this like shadow of death, and just floats over the top of the crown and wastes the entire place.
Nice.
That's normally what I
excited.
see when I fly over the crown, anyways. The harbinger of death.
It's just her. Hacks.
See a shadow of a Grim Reaper in the
Yeah.
sky, and
No, it's just
death everywhere.
Yeah, it's just Jennyboo owning every one of your pilots. That's right.
So you know what was missing from Game Update 06 today? Was another warp gate rotation.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we didn't see that today.
What else
It
was
seems
missing?
they've been doing that. They've been doing that with the even game updates. They've been rotating the warp gates, and that
Yeah.
definitely did not happen today.
What else is missing? Metagame stuff.
Come on,
Sorry.
Ban. Ban. It's just ban.
Sorry.
I really wish they would rotate them because I freaking hate that canyon warp gate that the TR have currently on.
Oh man,
That used to be
That
my
sucks
favorite
so
warp
much.
gate before they changed the canyon layout.
It was my favorite warp gate until I realized how much it sucked.
Until you hated Indar.
Until you were in that warp gate?
Yeah, until I was in it, and I was like, wait
until you
a
hate
minute.
Indar.
I don't know.
So tired of
It's just a
Indar.
crappy warp gate location. I've never liked it. The other ones are every other warp gate in the entire game. I don't mind. I dislike that one. It just sucks. What can I say? The TR get the shaft again. We need more buffs. And we need them now.
more buffs, more buffs.
More buffs, and we need them now.
I have no problem with it. So
Oh man, I was having a conversation with that actually about that particular, not any one particular subject, but about just
How the TR get the shaft.
no, about observing the way that players react to things on the forums. You'll notice that almost always people want their own thing to be buffed, and they're not willing to kind of look at the big picture or anything. They're just like, oh my god, the striker, it needs dumbfire and it needs it now. Like,
By almost always, do you mean 100%?
well, like 100% of the time, I guess, for the most
There's
part.
like a handful of specific people that actually look at the whole picture.
Yeah,
99.9%.
99.99999% of the time, it's like, ugh, like
It's
really.
like Compass, Lord Mondando, like a couple other people maybe.
Mhm.
They're usually pretty objective about their things. Those two guys are the most consistent that I've noticed.
you know him. I do want to point out Respire's comments in the
Sure.
chat room. You know, he says specifically, NC had to live with that warp gate for months, including beta. So you can't complain.
Yeah, I mean,
True.
it's a horrible warp gate. I agree.
That's probably why
That's-
they didn't rotate it.
because of me.
No,
Yep,
because
directly because of him.
NC had it for so long.
Yeah.
So,
I don't know. It's just a horrible, horrible warp gate. I mean, everything. I don't know. It sucks. I mean, really, in the end, I mean, it's not. A warp gate is a warp
Dancing
gate.
over there, Nox?
huh?
You dancing?
I'm
Yeah,
reading
well,
chat, and I have to move my head to the side or in some awkward position in order to read chat. Because my microphone's
like-
right in the way of it.
Could you have like a Beauty and the Beast like music going in the background?
Beauty and the Beast music.
That was
are
totally
you talking about
random.
my arm waving?
Yeah, you're like
You're just flapping around over there.
I was doing warp gate rotation.
You're flapping around over there like a wounded bird.
He's illustrating warp gate rotations, is what he's doing.
He's doing something with. He's illustrating warp gate rotations via interpretive dance.
I think we should make that a new show. I think we should get on that immediately.
PlanetSide 2 patches.
It
as
will get
interpretive
canceled
dance.
wow, like a whole patch update and it's nothing but interpretive dance. You can't say any
Nothing-
words.
Nothing but pictures of Nox flapping his arms around.
Nice. That would be awesome. I think we should
like
do that.
LMG, like.
So, you know, you're showing a view right now,
Yep.
and can you see everyone's smoke with Observer Cam?
I don't think so. I'm
Just Empire specific smoke, right?
well, I'm currently TR, so
We'll go down and
technically
see.
I'm TR. No,
Only
you.
TR
I don't
smoke.
think you can. This is probably TR smoke. Yeah.
Oh, you know what that smoke makes me think about is they kind of teased like airplanes flying through smoke and causing like air resistance.
Let's see you
Oh,
flap
yeah.
your
They wanna
arms.
do
Come
that
on.
with physics.
No one else can see it,
No one else can
unfortunately.
see it. But I see those smokes and that's what I want. But I would get better at flying because I would just fly looking for smoke so I could fly through it.
How bad do you want to stab that guy?
So badly. I could. Yeah, so badly. Look at him. He's just standing
Or
there.
just drop a nade right there.
Yeah, just drop it right at his feet.
Put a bouncing Betty at his foot.
That's
That would be
NC, not
abusing
NC.
the.
That would be
observer
abusing
cam.
my power, and I'm not willing to do that. Well, I am willing to do it. I'm just
As
not
I brought
going
him
to.
over,
Just not live.
Yeah,
Just
we'll do it after.
Just not so someone can use it as evidence.
Right, exactly. We'll do it after the show. Oh man.
I was gonna come over and see if we could actually. I'm on Vanu. If I could see that smoke.
Oh, okay, yeah, go ahead and come over. It's at.
If I can get
I'm
my,
sure you can tell where I am by just looking at that. So.
If I can get my keyboard to work for some
Let's
reason.
see.
Looks like
Plugged
Indar.
in.
I just figured you'd be excited, Jenny, about the not being able to deconstruct your vehicle anymore.
I am excited.
Yeah,
about
you still
it.
get your air vehicle kills.
Did they put it in yet, or is it coming?
That's in.
Oh no,
It's
it's
in.
in.
Yeah. It's
You haven't
in,
played
and-
because it's your hand.
Yep.
Yeah, it's in, and they kept it in this patch as well. And I already heard people complaining that it was still in Game Update 06.
Yeah,
Aww.
Oh, that ain't coming
Did they ever
back.
say
We're
they
not
were
gonna
taking it out?
That never needs to leave. That needs to stay in permanently. That does
Well,
not.
I think that you will see it reappear at a later date when they're able to fix it, so you can't just continuously bail
Yeah.
out and do stuff like that.
I say
I
it
think
should
they're
have to
working
be
on a
at,
fix.
at like 90% plus health in order to deconstruct it. So
Yeah,
if you want to deconstruct it, spend the time to repair it.
I could see it being used either on a timer, like bring it back with a timer. Like if you're going to deconstruct it, deconstructs after 20 seconds. Like I think that would be
That would work, too.
I think that would be a valid
A longer timer, yeah.
rather than just it's gone, like it immediately disappears.
Well,
yeah,
our
so-
test is going to be in vain because the game crashed, and I'm not going to log in again.
Well, if I require your assistance, you might have to log back in. You never know.
Negative.
No, all right.
Okay, so what else?
Let's see here. Let's see. If by the way, if anybody who's watching has anything that they want us to discuss or talk about or flame each other for or any number
Yeah,
of
let's take some questions
different
from the
things,
audience.
absolutely, just let us know. The only other thing that's kind of really on here that's kind of big is account level unlocks, and we've kind of touched on that a little bit. So I don't know if there's anything specific to talk about.
Oh, to anyone who wants to know, the AV, the anti-vehicle mana turret, is account-wide if you unlock it with station cache.
Huh.
I know people were... I was questionable on that, but it does go across all your characters.
Nice.
That's good to know.
That thing's a lot of fun.
I
Yeah, because that
actually-
one doesn't say NS on it, and they never addressed it specifically, so... I tested it out, and it worked.
I think
Touche
every
Advisor has a
We have
good
a
question. Yep.
Go for it, Torkz.
Speaking of which, there's somebody using.
still
Oh,
looking at
damn it! He got off of it. There's somebody
Ah,
using
there
one
he
right. Oh, he's dead. Sucks to be
Oh.
him.
Him, I can't believe you just killed that guy.
I'm out of control. Oh man, I'm sorry. Go ahead, continue. You're gonna bring up somebody's question.
No, you can go ahead and read it off, Danger. That's fine. Go.
No, I was asking you to read it off since we can't see your face anyways.
Oh, fair enough. Okay, so Touche Advisor says, what item on April's roadmap are we most looking forward to?
Oh, you're gonna make me pull up April's roadmap.
Yeah, I was going to say, to answer that, we'd probably have to pull up the roadmap. So, let's see. Thankfully, if you go to ReachCastShow.com, there is a handy-dandy link right there
Nice.
to get you to the roadmap.
Oh boy.
So, let's see. We've got community grief reporting. We've got a revamp of the max units. We've got max flamethrowers, common pool heavy pistols, battle flow improvements, improvements to strategic communication, and creating no deploy zones for AMS-equipped Sunderers, which has a score of 0.
That hasn't stopped him before.
I like how you preface that with a 0, as if you're like, yes, please keep it there.
It's got a score of 0. Please keep it at 0. Thank you. No, I think out of all these, the one that makes most sense to me that should take priority, although I don't know why Class Revamp Max is taking priority. These people are nuts. The battle flow improvement would be mine.
Yeah, likewise.
I mean, if you're looking at...
That's the lattice thing, which I don't like, so
Yeah.
I'm not gonna...
I mean, I'm not a big fan of it, but there's nothing else on there that's like really all that exciting.
You know, Noxx, haters gotta hate. Maybe it'll work. You never know. You can't. Gotta try.
Yeah, what was that comment we got the other day?
See, my fear is, let's try it. It turns out, like I said, there's just 5 crowns on the continent.
And then they
doesn't
take it out.
And it makes it even worse, but will they take it out? Like,
They'll take it out if it's horrible.
yeah.
Well, if it doesn't work, yeah, I would think they would take it out. It's worth trying, though. I mean,
Didn't
if
they
this
say
to
it
see
was
what
more of a test type thing that they were testing?
Well, they are going to put it on a test server, which we haven't gotten yet, but they are going to put up a test server, and we are going to see that on the test server before it gets live. So,
Yeah.
You know, I like to think that ReachCast had something to do with that test server coming into existence.
I'd like to think you're wrong.
We did talk about them needing a test server.
You
and
know,
I
you're
said
on
no.
the friggin' show. The least you could do is pump up your own show.
I like to think that we had something to do with this game being released and all the developers working for Sony.
You know, I didn't go that far. I was just making a point that we had a pretty lengthy discussion topic on it on one show that we got a number of responses to, and it was almost unanimous that there should be a test server. Like I said, I'd like to think that maybe we might have had something to do with it.
By almost, you mean I was the only person against it?
I think you make a good point, though. You do. I just hope they put jump jets for Maxies back in the game.
I do too.
No.
I miss my jump jets.
Cloaking devices as well.
No.
Possible.
I don't think we can allow him back on the show.
Vanny Maxes, and then the VR can stop crying, or VS can stop crying.
Well, I mean, as the class revamp for the Max, they are talking about bringing back the lockdown for the Terran Republic, the shielding for the new conglomerate, and they're still, undecided on what they're going to do for the Maxes, for the Vanu Maxes.
You know how long they've been undecided on that? Since like May of last year when I first asked about it. They have not come up with anything that they want to do for the VS Max. You're not going to see the jump jets come back. I know a lot of people want that, but that's not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. I don't think.
Didn't they say specifically?
I'm pretty sure somebody said. I'm pretty sure somebody did say that, but I can't remember who it was. So I don't want to be like, oh, so and so said this, and then they start getting rage tweets.
The developer working on it is Jay Good, and he says, I've been told we won't be letting them fly a la the original PlanetSide.
Yeah.
Well, it says it in the roadmap here.
Oh, does it?
We're still mulling over a cool ability for the VS Max, though I'm told we don't want to be letting them fly.
This is what I just read. Thank you, Noxx.
It's important that we have it more than once so that we make sure everybody hears it.
So much hate.
That's the only way that we can get like bold and italics into the show is if Noxx reads exactly what I just read.
Nice.
The Psynock asked, "What's the biggest PS2 pet peeve right now? What's our, I guess, biggest PS2 pet peeve?" At us as a collective group.
Metagame.
So, Jenny, Baylor. You want to go ahead? What were you saying, Jenny?
Metagame.
What's your biggest pet peeve? Metagame.
That's the top. Baylor.
That's so broad.
Noxx and bailing is like my second one, though.
Man, I can't even, surprisingly, I can't even really think of anything that jumps out at me other than, I already touched on it earlier. I think my pet peeve with the game is it's almost starting, I'm worried for its future simply because of stuff that we're starting to see on the horizon that's really catering to the stuff that we all want, like all the people who are watching the show now and all of us, we all want PlanetSide 1 to happen again. But on the flip side, I'm worried about that. I don't necessarily know that I want
the catering part.
That.
Too much catering?
Yeah, I don't want it to become a niche game, and I'm a little bit worried about that personally. Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens. I don't really have any like one major like gripe. Like, oh my god, this thing keeps killing me and it pisses me off. I don't really have like anything along those lines. So I would say that's probably my biggest item.
What about you, Deringer?
My current gripe is the AMD optimization and the fact that we don't get something pretty like PhysX for those of us that are using AMD graphics cards. ATI, which AMD produces, but.
What about you, Noxx?
All I have to say to that, it's an NVIDIA product, and that's how it's...
No, it is. You're absolutely right. It's an NVIDIA product, but I'm not going to go out right now and buy a brand new NVIDIA graphics card just so I can play the game prettier.
No, but it's not something that PlanetSide can do about it. It's the hardware companies that control that.
No, I agree. I understand, but it was asked what my pet peeve was, and that's my pet peeve.
Stop fighting.
Why can't we all just get along?
Mommy and Daddy are fighting again. I'm going to go to the bedroom.
Hamma,
Don't make
just mute
Hamma
them.
stop the car.
Don't make Hamma mute you.
I will stop this car. I will turn it around.
You're going to see him like reach back and start.
There you go. Everybody just got to see Noxx flailing around again.
Yeah, that's awesome. We should get that more often.
So my pet peeve is community attitude, actually. Everyone's like, oh, everything's on Indar. Well, if everybody just left Indar and went to another continent, it wouldn't be on Indar. It's fairly simple, but getting everyone to buy into that's hard. But at the same time, it's not. Just don't go to Indar. Then you won't be in Indar.
Right.
Whole outfits and just don't go to Indar. The big outfits, 666, TRX, like DVS, IR is not huge, but there's ODAM and stuff. They just went to the other continents and provoked the enemy, then it wouldn't be just Indar. It's fairly simple, so I just don't cry about something and then spend all your time on Indar. If you're going to complain about it, you can be one of the people that helps move battle elsewhere. One of the outfits, especially if you're a big one.
Listen, you're not allowed to make sense.
You'll know this is coming from the guy who always streams on Indar.
Yeah. Well, I know, right?
Yeah, but
Only
he doesn't complain about it, right?
The only
I
continent
don't
he can
complain
play on.
about it. I don't like Indar, but I'm not going to sit here and like moan and mope and grope. Indar.
That's because you already shed all your tears.
I want to kill some people. I mean, that's what I care about. I could care less where I'm doing it, as long as I'm killing people.
Yeah.
Just butchering them.
Well, I mean, Indar is the place to find the fight, unfortunately, and that's what keeps driving the reoccurring issue. So, I don't know. I think maybe it's a relay. It would be considered relabeling of metagame, but I think my biggest issue is I have an absolute blast with this game when I log in and I log into TeamSpeak and I play with a group of people. Right? There's been no match to it as far as my gaming career. My gripe, to segue from that, is when I log in solo, when I only have, say, 15 minutes, half an hour to play, and I don't have time to initiate an op or gather people for a squad or anything like that, I find my time unsatisfying and unenjoyable. So maybe I haven't got a lot of time to experiment with the alert system. I don't know if the alert system fixed that as much as maybe the badges. I'll play around with the badges the next week or so, and maybe that'll change. But at the moment, I just feel close to useless when I'm solo, and I hope they find a niche not niche, but they find somewhere for those people to go to be able to feel like they have some sort of purpose.
Yep, that's definitely among my top concerns as well, for sure. As much as we all want everybody to play in these big outfits, I'm a little concerned that even the media promotion related stuff with the MLG is all, oh, you've got to make sure you play this with a team and an outfit. Like, come on. That's kind of a cop-out. It's like, sure, I mean, that's the way the game is enjoyed most of all. I mean, as you said, I mean, I enjoy the game most when I'm playing with an outfit and with a team, but it shouldn't always be that. You shouldn't have to do that. It shouldn't be a requirement to play. That's how I feel about it anyway.
Yeah, I think, man, it's I don't know. The problem is the game, like you said, the core of the problem, in my opinion, is that the game was not really intended to be a solo player game or FPS game, right? I mean, that's not really what it caters to.
Yeah.
So it's hard to find a place for those people when the game revolves around large scale fighting. That's a direct collision between those two ideals, and I don't know. If I had an easy answer, I would say it, but I don't.
I think the challenge is you don't. It's a game designed to be large scale, but when you focus on only people that are going to play in the outfits and catering to their needs, then you're creating the niche game like Hamma is talking about.
Yes, Psynock actually makes... I like his statement because it sums up a part of how I feel about this. Is I want my brain... His statement being, I want my brain to be as important to the gameplay as my reflexes.
Be a squad leader
Well, yeah, exactly. You know what really makes... The first thing I think that popped in my head as soon as you said that is the iPad app that they talked about at one point, right? I know you may not be in the game, but it almost extracts the game to a CC or Command and Conquer, I guess, a level at that point, right? You're observing the battlefield. You're making strategic decisions about the flow of battle without necessarily being, directly in it. And, the squad leading, platoon leading, everything else kind of kind of sates my my desire for strategic gameplay. But in order to do that, it goes back to the problem of you have to be in an outfit, and a large one.
Yep.
So
Absolutely.
it's a centrifugal issue.
I don't think there's one easy way to answer that issue.
The gateway drug?
There needs to be a play for 5 friends to log in and play together and be effective. Not necessarily effective, but feel like that there is some direction that they can take for an hour, and that's it. Which does not really exist, I guess.
Yeah,
My friends won't play it with me because I was like, hey, you gotta join an outfit, blah, blah, blah. Well, they're antisocial. They don't want to do that.
I was just about to say
Damn
that.
noobs.
Saying that, yeah.
Oh, they totally are.
Sounds like
I
you
know
need
they're
to-
not watching, so yes.
This sounds like you need to get new friends. I'm just kidding.
No. Oh, man. Wow, that's brutal.
No,
You
I'm
have
just
such
kidding.
bad friends. Such bad friends you have. We make a lot of parallels on the show to WoW, because it was kind of one of those games that started with the hardcore in mind, and over the years you see them as a poster child for how to
Care to the baby.
let's easy there, Hoss. Let's say it in a more productive way than that. Maybe I cater to the more casual player, right? And some of those ideas can be implemented maybe in PS2, but a lot of them aren't. You can't really implement. They're not really intended for an FPS game, right? I mean, I think almost like a queue. We have instant action, which is almost a parallel to, queuing for a 5-man or a dungeon or elf or whatever you want to call it. But you need maybe almost think like a similar instant action to say, drop me in a squad, in the middle of a battle and have someone direct me, almost like people that are already out there that would opt themselves in as instead of a quote dungeon lead, you would quote in as a squad, you opt yourself into this queuing system as a squad lead and say, I will lead Puggies, and they just drop into my squad as it comes along, and they kind of have something like that, you guys know in the game, but maybe enhance that a bit. I don't know. I'm spitballing, but just trying to help people with that grouping mentality without having to be social. Like Noxx said, you don't have to be a social butterfly in order to be effective in the game.
We can't hear Noxx again. I saw him start talking, and then there was complete silence. Yep. Yeah, he's yelling.
probably muted because he's
Oh,
typing.
my
in-
browser locked up and I couldn't unmute. My computer's behaving like the biggest POS in the world. I'm buying an SSD tomorrow.
All right. Let's see here.
Can you hear me now, or am I still...
Oh, yeah, we can hear you.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah, we
okay.
can hear you. Yeah.
Am I talking to myself?
fine. Guys,
Yeah,
guys.
It's just locked up. It just locked
Guys?
up again.
Is
'cause
there
I went to
anybody there?
Type in my password.
Whoa.
Whoa, sorry.
Your voice is so bare deep.
It's like you just swallowed the microphone.
Yeah.
because I got close to the microphone.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
It's,
Still making sweet.
All right, I'll
love.
stop
it's
doing that.
after hours with Hamma.
Yeah, we're here. We're live on the air. The AGN. This bitch.
So the questions
Some
seem to go dry in the chat channel, but was there anything else from anybody in the chat channel that they want to know?
Yeah, anybody else? Comments?
Before we
questions,
do our
concerns?
final comments, closing comments.
Yeah. We're going on 2 hours now. See how fast time goes by?
I mean, there's a big
hours
discussion
already.
going on, brought up by Dark Trooper. He's pretty enamored with outfits at this point right now.
He hasn't
So a
found
lot
the
of
right
people are.
one.
Yeah, a lot of people. He feels that they're a little too serious in game, and I can agree that there are definitely some outfits out there that are just a little too serious.
Oh, yeah.
And take this too seriously. But there are definitely some, and like Jenny said, he probably just hasn't found the right one yet. He should keep looking.
You should
Yep.
check out the
Yeah.
Dragon Wolves.
Shameless
If
plug.
anyone ever tells me that I have to play a certain class, I will quit right then and there.
Yeah, I agree.
The only thing I'm going to tell you,
Medic,
Noxx,
yeah, you know what I have to do? Quit.
the only thing I would tell Noxx is not to fly. around me.
Nice.
I will fly. Don't worry. I'll fly and I'll be the bait that you can,
The bait,
follow
I like
around.
that.
No, just like Counter-Strike baiting.
Cannon
You can bait
fodder.
me to get the person that's going to go after the easy target.
I don't think we can answer that question, Respire. Sorry.
Yeah, I was about to say, I don't think that's an appropriate question we can answer at this
I
time.
can't even see it.
I almost wish they had like an in-game UI system where you could check mark, or not check mark, maybe check mark off different filters for your outfits saying we are semi-casual, casual, or hardcore, right, or something like that, and have people that want, since the game's so outfit driven, have the UI there to say, let's list my outfits with X filtered that players can just look at and say, boom, I want to join an outfit, and that would help. Instead of I don't mind going to forums personally, that's my thing, but there's a lot of people that don't want to go to forums, don't want to do the research to find an outfit, and maybe finding a solution in game, easier solution in game for new players would be good. I think that would be nice.
Well, there definitely is something like that coming down the road. That's one of the June roadmap ideas, is centered around outfit recruiting and allowing them to do things like that.
You don't say.
When he talks, he gets the logo. Although I've been
silence.
Although I've been showing in the in-game footage while Torkz has been talking, but right now I'm just showing the logo, the ReachCast logo.
Yeah, I really do need I need to fix this camera.
Or send it back if it's broken.
You've got to love computers, right? When you want them to work, they don't.
Where'd Noxx go? Did
I don't know.
jump?
He's coming back.
There he is.
There he is.
Which is good because
he's yelling.
Easy. I could tell he started out at a high volume. I was like, this is not gonna be good.
Am I okay now? You don't have to.
You're okay now.
Yeah, you're fine.
I don't know whose BS script that's running either of these two websites is, but both suck. Because I should not be able to have just Twitch and just Google Hangouts up and be just chugging my memory. I can't type my password into Twitch.
I hope it wasn't PlanetSide-Universe.com was one of those that are up.
No. These are literally the only two sites I have up, is Twitch and the Google Hangouts, and one of them is just consuming 3 gigs of my memory.
Maybe you should get an 8-core AMD processor like I have.
It's memory. Yeah. It's not processing. It's memory.
I'm just taunting you because I've got the Hangout open. I've got 17 tabs open. I've got the Twitch channel open.
It's probably my hard drive that has a gig of space left on it.
Well, yeah, that's probably it.
Whoa! Holy crap! Yeah, you better get that taken care
That's
of.
why I've
page file, dude.
That's why I've been trying to get the SSD. So.
He's freaking paging the disk over here.
Yeah, his page file is about to is crashing his sessions.
No, it's bad. I set up Windows 7. I usually when I had XP, I put it on a 30 gig partition. I was like 7 bigger, 60 gigs. And I needed more like 120. So, oops.
Nice.
Jeez. So I think the only other question that came across the chat room was from Coley Isepic, and he was asking if any of us knew for sure whether a lattice system was incoming, and then he further expounded and asked if there was going to be the ability to warp between continents by using the warp gates themselves. And I think most of the people in the chat room answered him saying that yes, the lattice system's coming, watch, it's in the roadmap itself, and no one feels that we're going to be able to warp across continents until we get more than 3 continents, if they're going to allow warping amongst continents at all.
Yep.
So, and I know he was looking if any of us knew for 100% sure that a lattice was coming, and I don't think any of us who aren't developers can't say that without 100% certainty. So you're just going to have to take what we've heard, that more than likely a lattice system should be incoming soon.
I don't even think they know
soon,
100%.
In quotes.
Soon in quotes. Yeah. Soon, just like Hassan and continent locking.
Don't say Hassan anymore.
And Metagame.
It hurts so much.
Metagame.
It's like a punch in the face every time
it's
you
just
get
like boom. It's down. Hammer's down.
I think we've addressed most of the issues, the questions, and we went through the patch stuff. Anything final you guys can think of?
Yeah. Any closing thoughts? Any final comments, flames, concerns?
Feel free to flame. We do it all the time.
Absolutely.
I got a good
What is
flame.
that sound? That sound is my flame. What is that?
That was me laughing with air.
You're blowing into the mic. Is it for fun?
I might have inadvertently directed my breath right into the microphone, yes.
Nice. I think we should totally flame him for doing that.
I appreciate you guys having us on.
Oh, absolutely.
I can't wait to do this again.
Yes, definitely. We'll definitely have to do this
was a
more
lot
often.
of fun.
Definitely have to do this more often. At least, when we do our... I really enjoy doing our fancy, our Squad Beacon show. And it's a lot of fun to do, but on the flip side, it's hard to get participants that have good cameras and, like, Torkz.
Torkz is the best camera tonight.
That was a gut shot if I ever seen one.
I'm doubled over in my chair. That was a low blow. I feel wow.
Welcome to the AGN family.
No, I'm just kidding. But it's being able to have a group of us that are consistent coming on the show. I think we should definitely make these a regular thing. I think they'd be a lot of fun to do. So,
well, let the community tell us.
Yeah, I was about to say, come ask the chat.
I don't care what they think.
Well, they definitely hate you in your camera.
I'll go on over
Here
to
it comes the chat room. Chat room, no, you suck. No.
Would you like to see more? Would you like to see more Hamma, Jennyboo, ReachCast banter and shows to that effect?
Yes.
Let us know. Go to the thread that we posted on our forums and
feedback.
Give us feedback, and make sure to go on over to reachcast.com and follow them and all of
show. How dare you?
ReachCastShow.com. I put it in the channel. And listen to all their podcasts, guys.
Hold on. Let me break out that graphic again. And boom, ReachCastShow.com. Boom.
Yeah.
And keep an eye out. They do. I don't know if Hamma has all the graphics for all their. We'll let them do all of their where to find them stuff. And
yes. Somebody said we should plan them more in advance. I think I posted about this a week ago.
Check the forums, noob.
Yeah, you need to read planetside-universe.com, yo. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook,
and
Google+.
follow at ReachCast Show. ReachCast Show on Twitter, right?
What is it? We're even on Pinterest. Yeah, that's right. We're on
Pinterest. What?
You're on Pinterest?
What? Yeah, PSU is actually on there. I don't use it. Griffin created it, and I get emails.
I'm gonna pin it to my board right now.
Yeah, you better get right on that.
Whatever.
Yeah, we announced it.
Do you also look at
ago.
arts and crafts such as quilting and scrap?
I made this really good soup the other day. Pinterest really told me about it. It was great.
You may also be interested in PlanetSide Universe.
Speaking
the only video game on.
Speaking of PlanetSide Universe, congrats on making your Teespring goal.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I was excited by that.
Blast through that already?
Yeah, they did.
It's still up, guys, in the channel. If anyone's interested.
Still another 7 days, 21 hours. If anybody is interested in a limited edition PlanetSide Universe T-shirt, front and back logo, it looks very nice.
Absolutely.
Order them, noobs. Order them.
I'm going to leave it up right until the end for the heck of it.
I'll link it in the channel. Don't you guys have a campaign on ReachCast as well? ReachCast Show?
Of course we do. We did bring back our T-shirts for another round, so if anybody did not get an awesome ReachCast T-shirt, like my Vanu one, if you're a Vanu player, you can head on over to ReachCastShow.com. We have a support tab along the top with a direct link to all 3 of our T-shirts.
And the also on shirts that page, are good quality.
Yeah, also on that page, you can hit up our affiliate links through Amazon and Newegg, and we have a donate button too. So if you guys are feeling generous, we're always looking for any little bit of help to getting our 3 rear ends to SOE Live this year. Mine specifically.
I need a new gold-plated bins. I'm only halfway to my goal for my gold-plated bins.
Yeah, don't let him fool you. They're actually, he's trying to gold-plate everything he owns.
You should see my fiance, yeah. Halfway there.
You're trying to gold plate your fiance?
I need a new couch.
She's a fembot.
I'm not sure how she feels about that.
If you see my puppy here, she's not very happy on this hideous couch.
Oh,
That's
so,
because she keeps
Do
throwing
I need
up
to
on
point
it.
my camera down a little bit
I
more?
can see it fine. So yeah, contribute to our ReachCast show so that they can buy a new couch, gold-plated Rolls Royce, Fembot. What were the other things?
So Noxx doesn't have to do his weekend job.
Oh, right, SOE Live. too.
God, son of a...
Nice, nice,
We won't say. We'll be nice and not say where he works, but
nice.
I do not work anywhere on the weekend.
I got yelled at for posting a link on last week's show, so
I'm not gonna post the link, but I did save it.
you did save it for future research, right?
Yeah.
Right.
She wants to
I
go
want
there.
I want to know Nox's schedule. Come on now.
Whoa, this is awkward for me. I don't know about you guys. But this is starting to get a little bit strange.
Okay.
I'm not really sure where
I'm
we're
done.
going
I'm
with this.
done.
Are you done? You're good? You're all right?
All right. So what are
I
we
think
doing,
we know
Hamma?
exactly where she's going with this. I think that's the problem.
Oh, man. All right. Well, I think we can. I think on that note, we can probably call it a show unless anybody else has any
We'll let them do their whole
comments or concerns or. So, as I said at the beginning of the show, the ReachCast show has joined the AGN, so you'll be seeing a lot more ReachCast over on PlanetSide Universe, and tweets and all that good stuff. And Pinterest exists, but we don't actually use it, so don't make it sound like don't follow us on there because you ain't gonna get anything out of us.
He's trying to retain his manhood.
I've never even logged into the website before. I don't even know how it works. I just get emails from it because
Do
Griffin
you have a
signed up for
graphic
it.
for at the various accounts
I
that
could
they
put up
can
a
follow
graphic,
us?
I
And
guess.
then, well, did you do one for them? You failed.
No, I didn't.
You failed. We'll
I
have
didn't
to.
do it.
They can ramble them off this time. All right.
You're
but
looking
there's
for us.
all-
You're just going to go to reachcastshow.com. You'll find everything you need there.
Absolutely.
But what
Our
about
handy
your
dandy
Twitter
links.
and stuff? You want to be
they're
Twitter
actually-
famous?
They're actually all at the bottom of the ReachCast show page.
I'm at Noxia, and I almost have 100 followers, which
Oh
is
my
just...
god, guys!
Oh
Go.
my god, 100 followers!
Well, I just unfollowed him, so
Yeah, I just unfollowed him too.
it's like you're gonna talk about your follower count. Boom! Just take him away. I can take him away just as fast as I gave him to you. Just, boom, gone. All right. Well, that's about it then. You guys got all the links and all the good stuff. So definitely check out ReachCast Show. Great show. Be sure to listen. Don't listen on April 1st though. So,
I have to say, we're the only podcast bringing interviews of Matt Higbee by Nox's cat. I mean, where else are
Absolutely.
you going to get that?
absolutely,
I know, right?
you cannot find that anywhere else at all. So you
I'm
gotta be
looking
sure.
forward to the next Nox Cat interview.
Indeed. All
Where
right.
did Noxx go?
He's off. He's done.
He said, "You know what?
Oh,
Screw
no.
this AGN crap.
He's
I
got to
am
get
walks
ready.
away.
He's got to get
He's
it ready
chasing
for
his
his.
cat across the house.
Did you hear that?
Yes,
Yeah.
it's his normal pots and pans crashing as he chases an animal across.
I thought
the
maybe
house.
he was getting ready for his 1:00 stage time.
Ow.
I was gonna go get the cat, and he bolted.
You really think he needs 2 hours to prep, Jenny?
All right.
Bolted from under her bed.
I mean, a tear-off T-shirt and a banana hammock doesn't take that
Oh,
much.
whoa,
to
whoa,
put
whoa.
Hey, whoa. Oh man.
I want to give a shout out to Sergeant Hack and of course Hamma's mom, who's always
Yeah,
supporting
my
and
mom's
watching
always
us.
watching. I'm sure
she's probably
watching
in
now.
bed by now, but
Well, if she's watching, hi mom. If not, well, hi mom anyway. She'll watch it on the YouTubes.
yes, that's right.
The
I love
YouTubes.
Hamma's mom, so I always have to do it.
All right, everybody. Well, thanks, guys, for coming on. Hopefully, we can do some more of these. And in the meantime, be sure to check us out on PlanetSide Universe if you are new to the stream. And
And
Well-
and the ReachCast Show.
yeah, I just said that. Yeah, ReachCastShow.com. Definitely check them out. And we will catch you guys next time. Thanks a lot for tuning in here tonight. We had a blast, and hopefully you did too. So we will catch you next time. Have a good one.
Thanks again.